Okay, so last night there was the Dual Dokkan Festival teasers announced in game for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then Hirudegarn. Nothing really new from Hirudegarn. It's just Hoi right here. Maybe Hoi's part of like an intro animation for Hirudegarn. Can't say for sure, but I think I expected personally, I think I'm glad to see, is that Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I would assume this is his entrance animation. Maybe, what if it's like some nullification? Could be interesting, right? But obviously you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be me going over my kit concepts that I made for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn. Now, I did make these a while ago. I made them both very powerful, obviously, so you're going to want to watch this. Hirudegarn's crazy, I mean, I know most people are interested in Super Saiyan 3 Goku first, so we'll take a look there. But, of course, this does mean that tonight, in about, how many hours from the time I upload this video? Like, I don't know, 14 and a half or so. I'm going to get this up, like, pretty quickly. Basically, just later tonight at the usual GP time is when we'll get the full details tweeted on the GP version, and we'll find out exactly what this guy and this, not this guy, but Hirudegarn does do. I'm actually very excited. I think this is a pretty good pick for a Dual Dokkan Festival, so that's really, really nice. But let's, of course, hop right into it. Okay, this is a very old concept for SSJ3 Goku I made. Let me, Alright, this is an old one. Okay, are you kidding me? Wait, I clicked the button to restart the recording, and then it's a hotkey, man. Okay, we're here. Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku concept, you can see here. So I spread them out because I don't want the whole thing to be in there on the screen at once. Maybe at the end of the video I'll put them all together. But let's go ahead and talk about this guy. So for his leader skill, I gave him Movie Heroes, Accelerated Battle, or Super Saiyan 3 category, Key 3 and 170%. Now, I personally think that Accelerated Battle needs a new leader. I mean, Accelerated Battle, I mean, I should have brought up maybe the category list itself, but that category does not have like a new leader pretty much at all, right? I mean, I can go alphabetical, that'll be a lot better. I mean, yeah, this hasn't had a new leader. I think giving him this leader, I think it'd be pretty strong, actually. There's a good amount of characters on here. Super Saiyan 3, I think should just get a new leader. We got the Super Saiyan Rose character as a leader. By the way, I gave him all the categories of this guy. But he doesn't even have Over in a Flash. I don't know. I don't like him as leader for this team. I think just giving these guys an actual, like, Super Saiyan 3 Over in a Flash character. So I guess, spoiler, there he has Over in a Flash, haha. But I think that would make a lot of sense. And then the last team, I did give him Movie Heroes. I think Movie Heroes could use a new leader. Best option is like Gamma 1 right now, but again, Gamma 1, this guy is, well, how many months old is that? 15 months old, about to be like 16 months old or something. This guy's like, he's not bad, but he's old, right? You know, it's about to be 2024, and this guy came out 2022, man. So we could definitely use a upgrade leader for sure. Again, he's not bad, but you know, we could use a more like, you know, top tier one as a leader, in my opinion. But that's his leader skill. Then 30% to final trump card power beyond Super Saiyan. So this is the leader skill right here. I haven't populated it just yet, but if we take a look here, there's going to be some really powerful options here on this team. I mean, we have the new LR Super Saiyan trio. Blue Goku Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The year 7 units are on here. The year 5 units are here. I mean, this guy will probably get his easy ending. Yeah, this is just a 200% portion. There's a bunch of characters that are on the 170%. We have Physical God Goku on here, right? And then it's like, in terms of like top tier options, maybe I kind of does dip down because we're getting to some of these really older units. Physical Super Vegeta could still work, right? But again, there's like a lot of other characters that don't necessarily fit the exact 200% that you can run on this team anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think this seems pretty good for me. For just a super class character, right? I mean, this is just like a leader skill. I don't think superclass characters really need to have like, oh, the most busted leader skills ever, but this will definitely work. I mean, you could even run Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Is physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito on here? I don't know, actually. Would physical... Well, I mean, I guess you wouldn't really want to run him anyways, maybe, because of the fact that he won't get his damage reduction. But I guess he's not on here, right? He's not on Accelerated Battle. Really, really interesting. That's fine, though. Alright, next let's go to the super attack effect and the passive skill. So this is going to be the main bulk of the character, obviously. I did give him a unit super attack, so we'll talk about it. Normal 12k super attack, raises defense for 3 turns, immense damage, and lowers attack. Then his unit super attack effects, he greatly raises attack, which is, again, both of them are stacking. Greatly raises defense for 3 turns, so for that one super attack in the turn, he has a 50% defense raise for 3 turns, compared to just the 30% that it should be here. Causes immense damage and still lowers attack. Can be activated if there's a Trunks or a Tapion on the team. Now again, Trunks and Tapion is going to be important. They're going to be themed throughout this entire like passive skill. But if you notice, I did make it just Trunks or Tapion, not Trunks Kid. So again, I talked about these guys right here, but these guys again are a Trunks unit that will fit movie heroes. So having these guys in my concept would benefit you. Actually, I mean, there are definitely other options you could use. I can't really think of it off the top of my head, but I mean, that would probably be the best Trunks character in the game, right? That would fit this team as well. So, I mean, that'd be pretty good. Now, let's go into the passive, the actual passive part. So he activates the entrance animation once only, and then becomes super effective against all types and guards permanently for the rest of the fight. If there's another 2 or more movie heroes category allies on the team, or when facing a movie boss's category enemy. So I don't know if you're running this guy against like Red Zone Broly. I mean, obviously he would absolutely destroy Red Zone Broly. I made him more than strong enough to handle that. And you know, any boss really, if there's 2 movie heroes category allies on the team, but that's where like, you know, the restriction is. Again, it's another 2 besides himself. So you could say the friendly counts for 1, but at that point you're already kind of running like a movie heroes kind of team. So like, yeah, I think that this is a fair restriction, right? For super effective and guard, honestly, you could argue it should be 3. You could really argue it should be 3, but I think 2 is fine. Maybe 3 makes sense because Super Saiyan 3, right? So attack and defense 200%. I gave him superclass allies key 2. Plus an additional 130% attack and defense for 3 turns when he activates guard. He performs an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack. Then he gets an additional 100% attack when attacking, and then an additional super attack guaranteed if there's a character whose name includes Trunks or Tapion on the team. I was considering having that on the turn, but I was like, nah, just make him busted. Then, of course, I did give him this ability. This is like a new ability that I don't think that a character really has. It's kind of reminiscent of a standby skill, where it's like, you know, maybe you want to perform certain actions, like do certain attacks, receive certain attacks for like attack buffs for an active skill or a finished skill, right? But this time I just put it in the passive, right? I kind of like don't feel like this guy will get a standby. He could get a standby where he like charges up to Dragon Fist. I think that's very possible, but I actually would prefer an active skill for this guy. Probably, yeah, just to use the Dragon Fist. So attack 13% with each attack received when activating the active skill. So again, with each attack received, he's going to be building up his attack up and up and up. And so the longer the event is, the harder the Dragon Fist is going to hit people, which is really, really good. But yeah, that's a thing here. So the active skill is the final part. Can be activated for the 3rd turn if all allies are movie heroes category allies in the same turn, specifically. Or from the 6th turn, right? So again, you could see that even then, turn 3 active skill is always really, really good. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and then within the turn activated, all attacks become critical hits. That's just like bread and butter at this point. Like, this is like, it's not, 4th anniversary started, it was just the ultimate damage, and then the attack raise. But then now it's like, so many characters get the crits guaranteed. I mean, this guy didn't need it because he's super effective, but they usually like love to do that where it's like this character is super effective instead of another ability, we're gonna get them crits, right? So I mean, yeah, again, he is he doesn't need a Trunks or Tapion to be good, I would say, but a Trunks or Tapion on the team make him go really insane. I mean, the extra additional, then extra attack, like he would do way better with the Trunks and Tapion. Now, give him the 2 key support because he does not have prepared for battle. He has Over in a Flash, Golden Warrior, right? So I gave him 2 key support just for superclass allies to help kind of tie that together. I think that works well. Just for those characters that can't get prepared for battle, if you're trying to run them on rotation, you know, or something like that, maybe you get bad rotations, you'll be able to protect yourself. He doesn't give himself key besides the support, but I think, you know, he's a TUR, he doesn't really need, I mean, he would only need 4 key, right? Yeah, it's if you're also not activating like Golden Warrior or even, you know, another character that would have over in a Flash, which, you know, the port is prepared for battle characters, right? But yeah. And then he has in the same categories as the normal, so I mean, that is a Super Saiyan 3 Goku concept specifically, and I think I made him pretty good. Well, I mean, I made him very easy and good, right? You know, but I do like this design, you know, because he wants to be ran really focused on movie heroes, but on movie heroes, he's like really, really good. I mean, even outside of movie heroes, you could definitely use him on a bunch of these other teams that he would be on, but I mean, again, if we take a look at some of these other teams, just to wrap things up, like, you know, there's definitely going to be a Trunks on, I mean, if you run like God Goku, Pure Saiyans, you could throw Trunks on the Hybrid Saiyans portion. You know, let's see, Power Beyond Super Saiyan has a Trunks, I would assume. Bond and Parent Child, I think Vegeta and Trunks are the leaders still, right, for Bond and Parent Child, yeah. So, I mean, there's a Trunks. Earthbird Fighters, you could definitely, like, put, like, Sword of Hope Trunks is going to be, like, a character on most of these teams. In fact, is there a good Trunks here? Because I don't think Sword of Hope Trunks actually fits this team, which is really stupid that he doesn't fit this team. There's not really a good Trunks here, but this character is the leader, and then they also lead Future Saga, so you could throw, again, Sword of Hope Trunks on this team, right? That'll be a really good Trunks that you could also use on some other teams if you don't have the LR Super Saiyan trio. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Hirudegarn. So Hirudegarn is the big boy from here. Yeah, I made him, I think, pretty good. Now, they usually introduce a new category during the New Year celebration every year. So I'm gonna say, maybe this is where we get powerful opponent. I know you could say at this point, like, we're asking for every villain to lead this Legends tag and powerful opponent, but I mean, it's like so many, just like every, like, villain, every, like, it's just, it'd be a really good tag for him. Even like Hate Look Fan here and stuff like that, right? I think it'd be pretty good, and it would just, this category existing is basically like a big bad bosses category, essentially, right? Where it's not just movie bosses or, you know, sworn enemies or whatever, just all these characters on here. I think that would be pretty good. I also did give him Resurrected Warriors as a leader skill, and then Inhuman Deeds, plus 30% to movie bosses or transformation boost. So, I mean, I tried to, like, spread it out, because, like, Inhuman Deeds would have some characters that aren't necessarily big bad bosses, Resurrected Warriors as well. Try to, like, get a good amount of characters on there, right? Like, we would like that, obviously, right? And then, yeah, movie bosses or transformation boosts. I mean, that by itself does actually end up looking like this right here, which is nothing really too special. I mean, you have Golden Frieza on here for the actual 200%. Bojack's in the future when Bojack gets strong. You know, we have, I guess, Golden Metal Cooler. Maybe you could, like, make a crossover kind of theme team. I mean, you have Hearts, Rose, Golden Metal Cooler. Like, you could probably, like, grab some crossover teams through here and, like, build it in a way that you would like to. I mean, that's really it. Again, villains are in a very deep. I mean, LR Super Baby 2, really powerful. If only Omega was better, man. That sucks for Omega. I mean, yeah, Golden Frieza would work. Obviously, Golden Frieza works well, like, on any team, to be honest. But again, imagine, like, what characters, like, I don't know. I mean, villains right now. I mean, I guess Fusion Zamasu would fit this leader skill. Ma Jr. would fit this leader skill, so you can throw them on this team. And then they want to actually belong to the actual 200%, but they don't need to, I think, in my opinion, right? So that should be perfectly fine without them. So 12k super attack, I gave him stacking. Greatly raise defense permanently, immense damage, and a 30% chance to crit. So, passive skill. Key 3 and then 200% attack and defense. 30% damage reduction. Then here's the dodging ability I gave him, which is obviously very insane. I gave him the ability to evade all attacks guaranteed before he attacks. So, again, obviously, we know Hirudegarn in the movie, he's a phantom. So, he's intangible, right? He can't receive hits. So, I gave him dodging before he attacks, because obviously we know when Hirudegarn does attack, he does not become able to be hit anymore. But instead of it being like a 70% chance to dodge, I gave him just guaranteed. If they're going to do something like this in game, they probably would be like, oh, 70% chance to dodge. I mean, at this point, like, I could also see them giving just a guaranteed dodge before this character attacks, right? I don't think that would be as big of an issue. And then, as a fail-safe, you know, against bosses that disable dodge, or, you know, if you're running him as a slot 2 character or something, he still does have the 30% reduction. Plus, he's stacking defense greatly. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense within the same turn this character receives or evades an attack. So again, obviously we like to run him in slot 1 if we want the attack boost, but even defensively, he does get the defense when he access within the same turn he receives the attack. So I guess it didn't specify when, but it would activate just like Fusion Zamasu does when it's like the attack, like the defense is activated on the first attack he hits rather than after the first attack he would take. Plus, he could also just straight up dodge it anyways if he's like in slot 1 or even in slot 3 and like taking an AoE attack, right? Now, again, more pushing him as this mega slot 1 character. I gave him like almost support but better for villains. So, I mean, he does give 3 key, but 2 key to extreme class allies, and then 20% attack and defense for 2 turns when attacking as the first attacker in the turn. You know what that does? You know, that's a multiplicative 20% attack and defense buff, because it's when attacking. So, I guess against AoEs, it wouldn't help those characters out. But after like that very first AoE, let's say against Fusion Zamasu, he does buff. Like after he's able to attack, he does buff for the next turn as well. A multiplicative 20% buff. Obviously, that's very powerful. Then for every 3 attacks evaded or received, he performs a guaranteed additional super attack up to once within the turn. So again, he could double super, triple super, get the greatly raised defense rolling really fastly. Maybe it should just be raising defense, to be honest. Yeah, I think I will change that. Instead of greatly raising defense, because he is doing the additional super attacks. He has a medium chance to crit here, so he could potentially do some pretty decent damage here at the very least, right? With the triple super attacks. I mean, he's not meant to be a damage dealing character, but I think giving him the crit just for the extra little push and damage I think would be nice. 3 attacks is not really a lot to ask for as a slot 1 character to dodge or receive. I mean, as long as there's 3 attacks in the first slot, he's guaranteed to get the additional super attack. And worst case scenario, if all the attacks are after him, he gets the guaranteed additional super attack after, right? So that'll be really, really good. I don't know. It's like you look at this and it doesn't seem like maybe, like, I don't know, stat wise, like offensively, he's not offensive really at all. He's mostly defensive, but again, with the additionals and the guaranteed dodge, this mega support, I think he's just fine, right? I like this design actually. It's definitely more interesting than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in my opinion, who's like more straight up good and more just straight up like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy the enemy. But I like this design a lot too. I think this is my more favorite design actually. I put more thought to this one. Now, I also give him an active skill. Woo! Can be activated from the 4th turn from start of battle when there is a movie boss's ally attacking in the same turn, or if HP is 60% or below at any turn. 40% HP recovery, and then all allies 10% reduction for the rest of the battle, just to make him busted. Why not, right? But again, giving all allies 10% reduction just because, you know, I want to. I mean, he's on bad teams. Extreme class sucks. Why not? I don't care. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make him the extreme class patch, the band-aid for extreme class. But I'm done here. this is my concepts for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn. Let me know what you guys would like to see from these guys tonight when we get the full details. Which my concepts you like better. I mean, I feel like a lot of people will still like Super Saiyan 3 Goku better, but I think I made Hirudegarn pretty good. So, thanks y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.